NJCU GothicVision, right?
Yeah.
I know Ira will be listening. We all hope. Go on live. Sign here for Rowan coming. Losing a 2 straight recently, lost 79-70 TCNJ. Trying to get back. They played 19 season Academy of Sella. 5-250. This team was flat out failed it. Around 17. Most. First, they're led by Junior Donnie. Scored 16 points in the game. Finds up his big nation, all 5 this year, 18 against CCNJ. Of course, an excellent guard, Reese Marshall, 13 last game. Riley and Rowan, excellent guard as well, a lot of experience. Also look out for freshman forward Jackson, Overpass, big up front there, but help out this year. So we're starting to wind down here in the pregame. We're ready to kick off with basketball. The home opener for NJCU here with Sound okay? It sounds pretty good, right? Sound nice and relaxed? I love our mascot. Careful, Are you the Wi-Fi there for NJCU?
Yeah, NJCU Wi-Fi.
What's the password?
For me, I just put in my credentials and for my school ID and stuff.
All right, I'll ask later.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the John J. Moore Civic Center. When Coach Charlie Brown worked for today's New Jersey Athletic Conference women's basketball game, as your Gothic Knights take on the house of the Rowan University. Before we leave today's starting lineups, let's draw these lines. As our nation continues to deal with conflict overseas, we are reminded of the sacrifices the Americans have made in the name of liberty, freedom, and justice. To one of those who serve our country as law enforcement officials, firefighters, and military personnel, please join both schools in honoring America with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's get today's starting lineup first. For the visiting Fox, entering with an overall record of 2-4,
19th season.
and Rowan, 5'7", sophomore of Fairmont, number 11, also at guard, a 5'8" senior from Cape May Courthouse, number 13, Olivia Rowan. And guard, a 5'6" freshman from Belmont, number 31, Grace Marshall. And guard, a 5'10" junior from Rowan, number 22, and the center of the freshman from 25, Anna Johnson. Head coach of Rowan is Gary Mazzello, she is assisted by Gene Lewis, and Lieutenant and Demetrius Bowles. And now, for the first time on this season, let's keep the 25. New Jersey City University. And for the first senior from Brooklyn, number 3, Christine Rizzo. And for the freshman from Jersey City, number 2, Zion Tyler Weston. And for the senior from this side, number 4, Lucinda Montalvo. And for the senior from this number 22, Aisha Baker. And for the senior from this number 20, Mariah Bacon. And those are the Knights' first season is actually a lady senior. He's assisted by Aisha Baker. Mr. Brown and Nicole Skelly, team manager Hannah Johnson, center lines, and your captains for NJCU are Brian Bacon, Maisha Bacon, and Lucinda Montalvo. The officials for today's game are Isabel, Tracy Brown, and Boston Blue.
Between both of these squad response. Rowan leads the series 46-12. They've won their last 6. Recent win was against NJCU 93-31. But please scratch that one out.
Will!
Astros lead the score. It's 10-point drive on the play. Stopped.
Chris, you get in! Hey, Chris, you ready to catch and shoot!
To William Patterson. Defensively, they'll be looking for Dominic Peters. This Marshall can fill up as well. Johnson Andrews This Marshall will down 13-1.
Check the middle!
Bacon. Risha goes up left-handed. Denied. Who did that go off of the last? They say a
Hey, out! Out! Out!
Have the inbound.
Out! Out! Out!
Get their first win of the season.
Go to corner, Jeff!
Rajah Bacon. Rajah's rookie of the year. Taylor Gaston had that knocked away. Crawley looking to Marshall. Nice steal. Good hustle by NJCU. Quick push. Maisha Bacon laying. Good. So NJCU tied here at 5. Sorry before if we didn't have the audio, but we are on here. Home opener for NJCU. Trying to get their first NJAC win against Rowan, and the first foul will go to NJCU with 7:57 to go here in the first half. Profs, they can get it done scoring, averaging 74 points per game. Second most in the conference. As Allen knocked out a play, it will stay with the Profs as Grace Marshall to inbound. Marshall averaging 16 points per game against NJAC competition, 10.3 points per game this year. Trying to go to Rowan, instead inbounds to Johnson. Plants, goes up, draws contact, and it will be on Maisha Bacon. So second foul to NJCU and Johnson to the line. Leads this team with 2 double-digit rebound games. Had 4 rebounds in the last game against TCNJ, and her first of 2. Misses it off the back iron. She hasn't been productive in her last couple of games due to foul trouble. 9 fouls over the last 2 games. Fouled out in the last game, and that loss to TCNJ. But she goes 1 for 2 at the line. Rowan by 1. First quarter of 4 here from the John J. Moore Athletic Center home opener for NJCU. Montalvo threw that one away as the trap working for Rowan. They'll push back. They average 13.6 steals per game. Tops in the conference. Crowley to Rowan, now to Johnson, but she traveled. It's now NJCU with an opportunity to take the lead with 7:28 to go. You see a full court press shown by Rowan. There's Montalvo. Maraja Bacon. So we'll get 3 20-point games in her first 4. Lost control out of play far side, and it will go back here for the Pros. Crowley coming back through just 2 double-figure games last year. Crowley out to Marshall for 3. Good. Second 3 knocked down by Rowan. So 6 of their 9 points coming on 3s. They're up by 4. Largest advantage for them. 2 NJCU players wipe out, but a nice pickup by BizHub. She sets things up. Out to Maraja Bacon for 3. Short. And a rebound by Johnson. Leading rebounder coming in from Ewing, New Jersey with 54. Rowan. One brought now out for Crowley. Off the pick of Johnson. And another 3 knocked down by Olivia Rowan, her second, 13th of the year, tops on the team. Opened with 3 straight double-figure games to open up the year for Rowan. Trying to snap a 2-game skid. Taylor Gaston kicks out the Bacon. The BizHub for 3. Short. And the board corralled by Olivia Rowan. Going to push back off of 19 points last game. Drive by Crowley. And the lay-in off the mark. And good defense to get back by NJCU, drawing the charge. So first foul to Rowan as they lead by 7, largest they have led by. Now our first substitution as Montalvo will step off. Mary Moan Graham from Asbury Park, New Jersey will come on. BizHub, Aisha Raja Bacon, and Zaria Taylor Gaston in the 5 for NJCU. Now Taylor Gaston, the St. Anthony's product, fakes, goes up, draws contact, and she'll shoot a pair of free throws. So good take by the freshman from Jersey City, New Jersey. Zaria was a 1,000-point scorer at St. Anthony's. Of course, when it closed, finished her career at Marist. 1,000-point scorer in high school. As a sophomore, averaged 20.3. Career high for her, first of 2. And she knocks down the first of 2. So both teams with 2 fouls apiece. As Dominique Peters, this is their top scorer, 16.2 points per game, comes off the bench. 5 double-figure games in all 5 this year for her. But Taylor Gaston trying to go a perfect 2 for 2 at the line, and does. Nice job by Taylor Gaston. NJCU within 5. So 7's the largest they have trailed by as Marshall driving to the hoop, tries to split a pair, and gets a charging call drawn. So nice job by NJCU to get back. So that'll be Grace Marshall, her first, and her team's third. NJCU is down by 7. Can they put a run together? Bacon up the BizHub, feeds Taylor Gaston on the drive. Lefty, lay-in short, do that all day. Nice job by Bacon to push that. And Taylor Gaston getting an opportunity to go here to make it 4 points on the afternoon. So Taylor Gaston bends and misses the first one off the back iron. She goes 1 for 2. So a 3-0 run, all 3 coming at the line. Taylor Gaston with 3 points. Rowan led by as much as 7 as NJCU trying to climb back into this one. Johnson turnaround, hook shot, too strong. And a good board there taken by Graham. Great job on the hustle. Now they got to push. As BizHub. Cross court, Maisha Bacon. Maisha to Taylor Gaston, has a lane, but she traveled before going to the hoop. So it will go back to Rowan with 5:18 to go here in the first quarter of 4. Rowan trying to get their second conference win. As it all set up by Rowan across to Marshall. Kennedy Brown checks in as well with Dominique Peters and lays it in. So Rowan up by 6, 7's the largest they have led by. Defense, the chant from the NJCU cheer squad. Home opener for the Gothic Knights. Bacon, the Biz Hub. Dangerous pass, but Johnson, I thought, had a piece of that. Referee disagreed, so inbound for Rowan. Of course, with Biz Hub opening the scoring, want to get back to three-pointers, as Rowan allows the most three-pointers and three-point percentage in the NJAC. So if Taylor Gaston can continue to drive like she is, that's going to open up perimeter looks. Peters to Rowan for three. Short. She has two made in this one. Nice offensive board by Marshall. Drive by Kennedy Brown. Too strong on the lay-in. Nice job by Maisha Bacon to Maraja, her sister, on the drive. Marshall, nice stop. Bacon, though, lays it home. So Maraja able to get her first points. Also leads this team coming in with 10 assists and 15 steals, and then a foul on Maisha Bacon, third to NJCU, so there's 4 for Rowan. 4-point game for the Profs. 4-11 first quarter as Marshall to inbound. Put up a career high 19 points against Rutgers Camden. Brown to Johnson, lost control. Maisha Bacon lays it home on the assist from her sister Maraja. Actually, Maraja giving it to Maisha. Flip it around, and NJCU within 2, trailed by as much as 7. Just giving up 2 points over the last 3+ minutes. 7-2 run. Nice work by the women. Johnson lays it home. So a big stop there by Rowan, up by 4, 3:37 to go here in the first quarter. They'll continue to press. Top 3 in steals in the conference. Biz Hub breaks it nicely. Up ahead. Graham stuffed going up by Rowan and picked up by Johnson. Rowan, Brown, Marshall, Peters in the 5 for the Profs. Dominique, the leading scorer, driving. Stuffed going up by Maisha Bacon. Ripped away by Taylor Gaston off of a foot. Picked up by Kennedy Brown, and then a foul. So both teams with 4 apiece. But a good job by NJCU. They were down 12-5. For that recent Rowan basket, it went on a 7-2 run, and they're within 2 possessions. We'll step aside on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision. You're watching women's basketball. So out of the timeout, Profs by 4. Paul Panicelli, your producer and director. I'm John Kelly Jr. There are your current stats right now. NJCU much better, shooting 50%. Of course, shooting 75% from 3. It's the top team in the conference, Rowan, that gives it the most three-pointers made and percentage. So that good help here for head coach Pat Devaney. However, going back against him, as Rowan has knocked down 3+ threes in this first quarter, back up by 7, their largest ledger. Taylor Gaston able to kick it to Graham, scooped up by Rowan. Out to Peters. Looking up to Kennedy Brown, and it will go back to NJCU. So Rowan with 8 points, leading all scorers for Rowan. NJCU, 4 players have scored 4 points. Is Maisha Bacon leading the way for this team? So Graham will walk it off. 2:45 to go here in the first quarter. NJCU shooting a lot better, 44.4%. 4 threes taken. Profs have knocked down 4 in this first quarter. Out rebounding NJCU 8-4. Of course, first quarter is important for the start. NJCU knew that under head coach Pat Devaney after last season. And off to a good start here. Again, it's just trying to get away from this press. Very aggressive defense provided by Gabby Lasella. And Maisha Bacon pulls up. Cannot connect.
Taylor Gaston, nice offensive board. Driving, laying, way off there. Maya Neal is trying to lay that one home. Played 4 games with 20 or more minutes, and Peters drawing a foul. So now the 5th to NJCU. And that'll be the 2nd on Taylor Gaston with 2:19 to go here in the first quarter. So Peters now to the free throw line. 16-point per game average against NJAC opponents. Last year, 3 20-point games, 2 of those against conference opponents, and she knocks down the first of 2 free throws. So NJCU trailed by as much as 7 in this first quarter. Now within 2 possessions. Presents that timeout now. Rowan has climbed back up, and now with their largest lead, 9, with 2:19 to go here in the first quarter. Paul Danicelli, your producer and director. Home opener for the women here of NJCU. Trying to snap a 6-game skid to Rowan as Bizhub could not handle that pass. Peters on the drive and drew a charge. Good job by NJCU timing those charges at the right time. So that'll be the 5th Rowan foul. So 5 fouls apiece for both of these squads. They'll keep the press on. Both teams with 8 turnovers apiece. Maraja Bacon feeds Bizhub from the baseline. That got deflected. Kennedy Brown down the wing. 2-on-2, trying to work on Montalvo. Stuff going up, and they give a foul to NJCU, their 6th. And they'll go to Maraja Bacon. And actually, they'll give it to Montalvo, so her first and the 6th foul. And now Brown at the free throw line for 2. Natalia Ordonez will check in after the first one goes down from Rowan. And Dominique Peters going to step off. Jaslyn Doverglass, who we were mentioning. Excellent freshman forward coming in. 4 points, 3 rebounds. Last outing. As Brown 1 for 2 at the line. Now, Raja Bacon attacking, laying, off the mark. Picked up on the board, kicked out. NJCU will reset. Montalvo over to Bacon for 3. Too strong. Nice effort on the glass by NJCU. Trying to cut down this 10-point deficit. Bizhub, turnaround shot. But no, they're going to say she traveled. That would have been pretty gnarly if she had an opportunity for 2. So Rowan up by 10, largest they have led by, 1:22 to go. Kennedy Brown over to Doverglass. Out to Hoffner. Samantha Tello, Doverglass, back to Tello. Trying to call for a pick. 1:05 to go here in the first half. Ulan, Kennedy Brown driving. Hoffner, under a minute to go. 4 to shoot, and she knocks down a 3. 5th three-pointer made, 50 seconds to go. Bacon pushing up ahead for Ordonez. Out to Montalvo, last year's leading scorer, 10.3 points per game. Her hook shot, too strong, 40 seconds to go. Rowan trying to add on this possession to a 13-point advantage. Kennedy Brown on the drive with 32 to go. Outlets here for Tello, 28 to go. Rowan by 13. Hoffner out to Brown for 3. Short. And a foul here, so that should be the 6th, either Rowan or NJCU. And it'll be the 6th foul here on Rowan. So 20.5 seconds to go. And for NJCU, just going to try to wane down this clock. Head coach Devaney get a nice possession here, trying to get within 11. His team trailed by as much as 7. And of course now we'll have a 1-and-1. So Rowan now over the foul limit as Bizhub cannot make the first of 2 free throws. Bizhub able to go 1 for 2. So lead now 12 for Rowan. 20.5 seconds to go. 18 seconds to go. Hoffner trying to get it past midcourt. Almost got her pocket picked. 14 seconds to go. Brown on the drive, kicks out. Rowan from deep, rims out. Hoffner the rebound, and she draws contact. 6th NJCU foul, so Rowan will have a pair of free throws with 7.6 to go here in the first half. Hoffner from Medford, New Jersey. And she rims out on the first of 2 free throws. So both teams shooting 66.7% in the charity stripe. 8th attempt for Rowan. Short, Ordonez with it, 6 seconds to go. NJCU, 4 seconds to go. Trying to cut down a 12-point deficit. Bizhub fires with 2 to go. Air ball. And that will end the first quarter here at John J. Moore Center. So after NJCU was within a couple possessions, just 1 point, as Rowan able to go on a 9-1 run, and they lead by 12 after the first here from John J. Moore Center. We'll be back on NJCU Gothic Vision after this. So back here on NJCU Gothic Vision, Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. I'm John Kelly Jr. So Rowan, largest lead is 12. They shot 8 of 17 in that first quarter. Montalvo for 3. Got it! This is where NJCU has to really get at Rowan as they get a big-time 3 knocked down. Their second made today. Now down low to Ayanna Johnson. Rowan. That comes down to Johnson, laying off the mark, and she gets another foul there. Good job by Bizhub, really blue-collar tight basketball. And the first foul for Rowan of this second quarter. And this is just what you want to do here with Johnson, as you get whistled for a first foul, but foul trouble has kept her on the bench the last 2 games. Leading rebounder coming in with 54. 59th meeting between both of these squads. NJCU trying to get a victory in their home opener. Nice feed, laying by Bizhub off the mark. Raja Bacon just has an unbelievable ability to find space and feed you on the court. The Kane transfer. 3 20-point games in her first 4, couple double-doubles already on the year. Once this team settles in around her, they can be much better this year, as Peters, too strong. Her follow good, and the foul. Following her shot, doing what you're told, and Rowan with a 3-point play opportunity. Rowan was the leading scorer in that first quarter with 8. And Peters just with 2, so now a chance for 5 for her. And she knocks it down. Her career high was 29 against Eastern. Last year, 5th in the NJAC in steals, so she can get it done on the defensive side. Had 10 points as a sophomore against NJCU. Bizhub driving out to Montalvo. Tees it up. Too strong. Nice rebound by Ordonez. Fresh 30-second shot clock for NJCU. 8:40 to go, second quarter. And a traveling violation. So NJCU now with their 10th turnover, trying to limit those. So we'll go over here to the Rowan University squad. Montalvo, short on that baseline J. Nice hustle by Ordonez. And NJCU able to reset. They're going to double team Miraja Bacon all day. The Kane transfer. Pushed off, they're going to give her a foul. So that'll be offensive. Like what you see out of the defense of both of these squads, forcing offensive fouls. And it'll be an inbound here for Rowan University. So Caitlin Sidismo will inbound at a rebound and an assist. Long toss, too long, and it will go back over to NJCU with 8:13 to go. Here in the second quarter, inbound here for Ordonez. Played at Weehawken High School, got that team to a Hudson County semis. Quick push, NJCU, Miraja Bacon from the baseline. Air ball, but drew contact, and she will go to the line. All 3 seasons at Kane, she averaged 20 points per game. A great transfer to come in here for the first season of Pat Devaney. 44 points, a career high at Kane against Bridgewater. Led the NCAA as a freshman with 24.7 points per game. She could fill it up as she knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Bizhub. Oh, Miraja Bacon trying to knock it down at the line. Montalvo. And Maya Neal trying to get in there in the 5, so that will change. We'll have to wait for the next whistle. Rowan, who led all scores with 8 in the first quarter. They'll settle things up. Down low, nice force, trying to go to Criley. And it will stay with Rowan, so now coming in will be Maisha Bacon. Montalvo, Bizhub, Raja Bacon, and Maya Neal. In the 5 for NJCU. Trail 25-13 after 1. Rowan trying to add to this advantage. Rowan from deep, too strong. Overglass with the board, fresh 30-second shot clock. Marshall, Criley, round the parabola there to Rowan. Laying off the mark there from Sidisma. Nice battle there, and a good rebound on that one by Montalvo. So Maisha Bacon will settle things down. The press going to continue to be there from Rowan. Bacon, her sister Miraja. 7:25 to go. Maisha Bacon, back to Miraja. Both of them played at Kane, both transferring in. Trying to provide a spark, both of them can get going. Miraja on the fadeaway, air ball, and Overglass able to grab it. Almost got picked up by Montalvo, quick push by Grace Marshall. With Ordonez, she'll back it out, set things up for Rowan. Spins, Marshall takes, and cannot connect. But the freshman from Bellamar, New Jersey will get a chance at 2 free throws with 7:01 to go here in the second quarter. Of course, Grace Marshall, a 1,000-point scorer at Haddon Township High School. Been great on the boards, too. 12 rebounds over her last 2 games. And she misses the first of 2 free throws. Rowan was 4 for 8 in that first quarter. JCU 4 for 6. As Marshall able to go 1 for 2, the lead 11 for Rowan. Though NJCU's played good defense, just don't want to turn it over. And they do it right there with 6:58 to go, so Rowan back with the possession. 11 turnovers apiece for both of them as Criley had that knocked away from her. So Rowan will do it again. Alexis, 3 straight double-figure games to open this year. So Marshall will inbound. Played that North versus South Jersey All-Star game. Finding a cutting Doverglass. Rowan, the Sidisma. Doverglass, the Sidisma tees it up. Ed gets it to go down. So Rowan by 13. 12 was their largest advantage. Trap on the far and near side. Rowan trying to really make it tough for NJCU to come up the court. Times they've broken the press really well. Other times they've struggled. But with quick passing abilities, they can get it up and down as Montalvo short. Nice rebound by Neal. Can she lay it home? Yes, what a take! So Maya Neal getting NJCU within 11. Criley draws the 4th NJCU foul, so it inbound for Rowan. Rowan has split their conference matchups this year, defeated Rutgers Camden 91-81. Of course, they fell to TCEJ, who is the EdJack favorite this year. Of course, the dark horse was NJCU. A lot of questions about what would happen here under head coach Devady. Of course, Raja Bacon really drawing a lot of eyes when she transferred here at her sister Maisha Bacon. And clearly, they'll keep that dark horse status, but a lot to see in this women's squad. Better than that record of 0-4 shows. It's just about gaining chemistry and playing together. As several players on this team, Sita Montalvo last year, 9 double-figure games, led the team. Several players were in and out of the lineup. It's tough to get that chemistry. Sidisma lays it home. So the lead now 13 for Rowan. Largest it has been with 6:03 to go, second quarter. Montalvo across the Biz Hub. Connects with Neal. We'll back it on out with 5:53 to go. Montalvo, one-on-one on Criley. Neal, the Biz Hub. Gets a double team, drives, floater, rims out. Trying to get back her board, does. Biz Hub had it knocked away from her. Scramble on the floor. On it goes Maisha Bacon, and the win by Marshall. Doverglass out to Rowan. Into the front court. Sidisma pulls up from the baseline. Cannot connect. Nice board by Montalvo and draws contact. So that will be on Criley. 3rd foul to Rowan. Montalvo last year led this team in scoring in 8 games, 5 double-figure games against the NJAC. Her career high was 22 against Kane. Of course, she's the floor general. Started 5 straight to end the year and gets a big board. Last year, of course, leader in rebounds was 74. So here comes Maraja Bacon, speaking of rebounds, who came in team leader with 39. 9.8 rebounds per game. Now Ordonez will inbound. Several Hudson County stars on this NJCU team. So Taylor Gaston in the starting lineup from St. Anthony's. A lot of talent around for Pat Devaney. Feed inside the Biz Hub, going to walk it out. NJCU trying to cut down his 13-point deficit. Biz Hub tees up for 3. Too long, nice rebound by Bacon. Fadeaway is an air ball and an easy board for Sidisma. Outlets for Kennedy Brown into the front court. Puts on the accelerator. Kicks out to Marshall. Cannot connect on the baseline. Maisha Bacon back in transition. Setting up for NJCU. Weaving through a pair to her sister Maraja Bacon to Montalvo. Takes off a pick of Bacon. Montalvo kicks out. 3. Cannot go from Ordonez. Struggle underneath. And Marshall able to handle and will give over to Rowan. Dangerous pass by Rowan. Knocked out by Maraja Bacon. And they'll keep it with Rowan. Rowan, 3 double-figure games for her career against NJCU. As Aria Taylor Gaston will come back in. Biz Hub, Ordonez, Misha and Maraja Bacon in the 5 for NJCU in their home opener here. They get their first win in NJAC play. 59th meeting between both of these squads as Rowan has won the last 6. Paul Tanaselli, your producer and director. I'm John Kelly Jr. Sidisma, the Doverglass, able to lay it home. The 2 big ladies getting to it, and now Rowan by 15, largest they've led in this one. Almost turned over as Marshall all over that. Comes in 3rd with 11 steals. So full court press shown. By Rowan. Forced over 11 turnovers here on NJCU. However, their defense, NJCU, has kept them around. Had good looks, just got to knock them down. Maraja Bacon out to Ordonez. Trying to quickly push the Biz Hub. She wasn't ready for that pass. So 13th NJCU turnover. And Maya Neal will come in. From Neptune, New Jersey. Had 2 double-figure games against the conference last year. Played 20-plus minutes in 4 games. Maisha, Maraja Bacon, Taylor Gaston, Biz Hub join her in the 5. Sidisma driving on Biz Hub, spins, reverses, and lays it home in the foul. So Rowan with an opportunity here for a 3-point play. Their lead 17, largest it has been. They led by 12 after 1. And they're outscoring NJCU in this quarter 12-3 as they can't convert the 3-point play. Neal into the front court, sees 2 defenders, puts it under their legs to Maraja Bacon. 3:49 to go. Outlets across to Maisha Bacon. Double team to Biz Hub, threw it away to Kennedy Brown. Kennedy Brown on the drive. No good, drew contact on Biz Hub. 6th foul NJCU, so Kennedy Brown will go to the free throw line. The Newark, Delaware prospect. A stop where the University of Delaware is from. Played high school basketball at the Tattenall School. And 2 free throws upcoming. Rowan just shooting 50% from the line. Now 6 of 13. Of course, +5 in the free throw differential over NJCU, just with 8 attempts for the Gothic Knights. So Brown goes 1 for 2 at the line as Taylor Gaston, Montavo checks back in, Neal, and Maraja and Maisha Bacon, both in the 5 here for NJCU. Maraja's got to get going, driving, pulls up, can't connect. Taylor Gaston can't get it on the second try. Off a pair of hands, it touched NJCU last. So 3:25 to go. So Julia Tobin will come in, sophomore guard from Deptford, New Jersey, joining Grace Marshall, Jaslyn Doverglass, Sidisma, Kennedy Brown in the 5 for Rowan University, trying to snap a 2-game skid. Go to 2-1 in NJAC play. Sidisma for 3, rims out. Doverglass can't get that long board, knocked around. Maraja Bacon tried to throw it off a player. Instead it goes here for NJCU. Neal on the drive, laying, counted in the foul, some life. And Maya Neal providing it, a big 3-point play opportunity for NJCU. So Taylor Gaston will come out. Ordonez back in. Neal trying to convert the 3-point play. And she does. That's huge for NJCU. Neal leading all scorers with 5 for NJCU. Sidisma. Now can the Gothic Knights get a stop? They have been able to do that throughout the first half. Scoring's just been their issue. There's a nice stomp and a ill-advised foul by Maraja Bacon, although the NJCU sideline thought she was fouled beforehand. So 2nd foul to Maraja Bacon. 5th NJCU. Marshall now on the inbound. Jenna Hoffner now back in, played at Shawnee High School. Doverglass, Kennedy Brown. And Julia Tobin staying in here for Rowan. Out for Kennedy Brown. On the drive, hook shot. Good, what a take by Brown. Good slasher guard has Rowan up by 15. And a pickpocket there by Marshall. Laying. That's good. Grace Marshall, nice heads-up play. Rowan now by 19, largest they have led by. Ordonez. Raja Bacon into the front court. Outlets to Montalvo. Across to Bacon. Three is too strong. Rebound by Doverglass. Outlets to Grace Marshall with 2:12 to go. Marshall looking underneath. Laying is good from Tobin. Now a 20-point advantage for Rowan. Largest they have led by 21. Here's Neal, leading scorer in this one with 5. Cross to Montalvo. Tees up from deep. Good! Racina's got to get going in this one. Big three knocked down for NJCU. 1:47 to go in the first half. Grace Marshall into the front court. Take by Hoffner, short. Long rebound, good job by Neal to pick that up. Doverglass all over. Good job by Jaslyn to force a jump ball, but it will stay with NJCU. They've done good on the glass, NJCU. Rebounds are 21 apiece. Just shooting 25% in the first half. That was something they were trying to avoid. Hurt them against William Patterson, although if they can get those open looks knocked down from three, which they've had throughout the first half, a good chance to get back into this one and win and beat Rowan. So foul to Rowan, their 5th. And that'll be the second foul to Kennedy Brown. She'll check off as Alexis Criley will come in. Only 4 games played last year because of injury. So good to see her here in style, getting a chance to get in more this year. Woman who played all 27 games as a freshman. So back to NJCU and at the line, Jacina Montalvo. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Those are made and attempted career highs as she knocks down the first of 2. Of course, her career high in minutes was against Rowan. That was 40. Career high 8 rebounds against Penn State Berkshire and 7 assists against York, New York. We're seeing her more and more in the lineup. Last year's leading scorer trying to go 2 for 2 at the line. And does. 16-point lead. 20 plus has been the largest here for Rowan in the first half. Marshall. Getting across here for Tobin. Criley. The Doverglass with 1:10 to go. Hands off to Marshall. Driving. Grace trying to split a pair. Had an open player on the wing to Tobin, trying to keep it alive. Threw it away, under a minute to go. Here's Miraja Bacon driving on Doverglass. Miraja reverses and lays home. 55 seconds to go. NJCU within 14. 51 seconds to go. Almost stolen again by Miraja Bacon. But it will go back to Rowan with 49.1 seconds to go. This was a 20-plus point lead for Rowan. The ability for NJCU to have those open looks from three, if they can knock it down, they can win this game and they can easily erase a big deficit. Long pass for Crowley, knocked away by Neal. Ordonez trying to get in the action. Crowley goes down, scramble on the floor, 42 seconds to go. Grace Marshall settles things down. To Crowley, trying to set up a pick with 36 seconds to go. Hands, Tobin driving, laying off the mark. Tough take by Juliet. And the Deptford, New Jersey product will go to the line for 2 with 31 seconds to go. So Tobin, first of 2. That one rims out, and it's another stat you got to kind of look at. Just 46.7% Rowan shooting from the free throw line in this first half. NJCU shooting really well, 81.8%. Tobin misses both. Marshall gets a big offensive board, 27 seconds to go. Rowan trying to add to a 14-point advantage. Marshall, deep 3, hit the side of the backboard. Doverglass draws contact, and it was on NJCU who she drew contact on. So an offensive foul, shot clock turned off with 18.5 seconds to go. Andy Brown will check in for Criley. Marshall, Tobin, Hoffner, Doverglass in the 5. Ordonez. Laisha Bacon. Raja Bacon that being. Montalvo, Maya Neal. Maisha Bacon in the 5. 7 to go with Rowan up by 14. Shot clock is turned off. Maisha Bacon trying to go to her sister. Lobs it to Maraja Bacon. This is who you want the ball in the hands of. The Maisha Bacon. 3. Fires from 3. Short. And the first half will run out. Some miscommunication on that final setup play. But Rowan led by as much as 20. Give NJCU a lot of credit. They battled back to get within 14. And they'll go into halftime and try to make some adjustments. At halftime here on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision, it's Rowan 44, NJCU 30 here. An NJAC doubleheader on NJCU Gothic Vision. So we're back here after halftime on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision. Rowan leads at halftime 44-30, trying to snap a 2-game skid. This is the home opener for NJCU as they try to get their first win of the year and an NJAC play. 59th meeting between both of these squads. So Rowan will begin the second half. Sidisma, Criley, Marshall, Ayanna Johnson, who actually more or less sat down for a majority of that first half. And there's Rowan, put up with a couple of threes. Sidisma with an open baseline, connects. Now NJCU trying to break this press, something they've seen throughout the first half. It's Maisha Bacon. Sister Miraja for three, short. Montalvo couldn't get that long offensive board as Jacina led all scorers with 8 points in that first half. And now Rowan looking to add to a 16-point advantage. Here's Alexis Crawley, second in scoring, 11.6 points per game. Sidisma gives it back to her. Rowan threw it underneath, knocked away. Crawley out to Sidisma, 9 to shoot. Underneath Johnson, double team to Crawley. And 3-second violation, so NJCU will have it back. Trying to get their first win of the year. Taylor Gaston driving, lefty lane, too strong. But Maisha Bacon with a big board. Montalvo pulls up. Can't get the friendly hometown roll. Rebound by Ayanna Johnson. Now Criley setting things up for Rowan. Came in with 3 double-figure games. Marshall underneath to Johnson. And Sidisma couldn't get it, so another turnover for Rowan. It will go over to NJCU. 14th turnover for him. NJCU with 16 in this one. And Maisha Bacon sets things up to Biz Hub. Back to Bacon. Splits a pair. And have a foul. We'll go here to Rowan. So that'll be their first. And Miraja Bacon, 6 points in that first half, 3 assists, went 2 for 2 from the line. Bizhub was looking to her, then took it herself. Across now to Montalvo. Balloons for Bacon. Fires from deep. Short. And Maisha Bacon can't get to it. So we'll go over here for Rowan with 8:17 to go here in the third quarter. So Kennedy Brown will come back in. Brown with 6 points in that first half. Gothic Knights force a turnover. Maisha Bacon wisely works it out. Bizhub on the head fake. Pulls up. Off the back iron, and Johnson with another board. The looks have been there. NJCU just cannot knock down. Johnson with her 3rd rebound today. She has just one player foul, sat out throughout that first half. Didn't play as much. Sidisma gets it back from her and lays it home. So the lead now 18 for Rowan. Largest lead for them was 21 as Johnson rejects Bacon. Now a take by Taylor Gaston. She can't knock it home. And whistle, foul called, and it will go against NJCU, their first. So with 7:29 to go. We'll be back here on the inbound. Nice balance from Rowan in that first half. 6 different scores, of course, came into this year losing 3 of their top 4 scorers. A team that went 12-6 in the conference last year and 16-10. As Sidisma lays it in and the foul. So Rowan here with his 3-point play can get it back to their largest lead, which was 21 of this matchup. Sidisma now in double figures, but will not convert the 3-point play as NJCU needs to start something up here. Taylor Gaston on the drive, trying to look down low, but drew contact wisely. Second foul to Rowan, and an inbound upcoming for the Gothic Knights. And Ordonez will now check in. Played 10 minutes in that first half. 2 rebounds. As Montalvo, Maisha Bacon, Bizhub, Maraja Bacon in the 5. Bizhub for 3. Good! Well, that's one area you should continue to attack. It's the Profs moving quickly. Hoffner, turnaround hook is good. Took it right to Bizhub. And the lead now 19 for Rowan. Trying to snap their 2-game skid. They lost 79-70. The conference preseason favorite, TCNJ. Bizhub. That one tapped Ordonez. 3 by Bacon is long. Bizhub, nice offensive board. Takes it herself. Stuffed going up. Aisha Bacon on it. Out to Montalvo. Balloons the Maraja Bacon. Driving. And she will get called for a charge. So nice job by Hoffner to draw it. And 6:19 to go. Second foul to NJCU. And it'll go over here to Rowan. So Bacon, that'll be her 3rd foul. She has to watch out for the foul trouble. Now Brown sets it up to Hoffner. Sidisma to Brown. To Sidisma. Backing down Bizhub. Lays it home. Like she charged over Bizhub, but referee didn't see that. And now the lead to 21. So Rowan with their largest advantage. And now let's give you some of the first half stats. Paul Tanaselli put it in the screen. So NJCU in that first half overall just shot 27.3, 48.5 is what was shot by Rowan. Of course, from 3, Rowan knocking down 5 of 12. And right now, NJCU now 25.3 there in field goal, so 55.3 there by Rowan. Paul, of course, switching things up. Look there in the rebounding department, though. Rowan in the +3. Turnovers pretty much, both teams have been a little sloppy today. It's really just been the looks that NJCU just cannot knock down. Yes, they're down by 21, but they've had multiple opportunities. And we've seen at times when they could put a run together. This 20-point lead, it got down to 14 late in the first half. They got within 2 possessions after trailing by as much as 7 in the first half. But again, they got to knock down those open looks. And we'll look to do so here with 5:55 to go. So Bizhub, Montalvo, Ordonez, Maraja, Maisha Bacon in the 5. Rowan counters with Grace Marshall, Rowan, Hoffner, Sidisma, Brown in the 5 for them. Maraja Bacon, 18 points per game she averages against the conference. To Montalvo, nothing down low. Back to Bacon. Cross to Ordonez. Out to Bacon. Drives. Pulls up. Short. Nice board by Maisha Bacon. The Bizhub for 3. That one too strong. Maraja Bacon, 2 offensive rebounds here on this exchange. They're crashing the boards hard here, NJCU. Got to get a good look to go down. Bizhub on the drive. Floater. Cannot go. Off a pair of hands. Last one to touch it was a Gothic Knight. So they get 2 offensive boards on that exchange. Cannot knock down. Still trail by 21. Tiana Johnson will check in. Rowan, Marshall, Sidisma, Brown in the 5 for the Rowan University Profs. And a nice steal by Maraja Bacon. To Montalvo. Head fakes, then goes across to Maisha Bacon. Out to Maraja Bacon from the baseline. Off the mark by Maraja to the charity stripe. With 4:58 to go. Here's a perfect 2 for 2 at the line. Leading scorer for Rowan is Caitlin Sidisma with 14. So now Bacon, these free throws important. JCU with just 11 attempts in that first half. And Bacon cannot make the first of 2 free throws. They shot 81.8%. So now we will see Dominique Peters, of course, the leading scorer on this team at 16.2 points per game. Peters, 5 first half points, making her 55th career appearance, 22 starts last year. Bacon trying to go 1 for 2 at the line. And cannot. So a big opportunity here. Last 2 exchanges, 2 free throws, and of course 2 offensive rebounds, and NJCU still cannot take down this 21-point deficit. Kennedy Brown driving, fall away. Wow! What a take by Kennedy Brown. The lead for Rowan to 23. Raja Bacon driving into 4, laying, cannot go. Nice battle there by Neal to get the board. To Ordonez. Plants, goes across, Biz Hub will set it up. Raja and Maisha Bacon round out the 5 for NJCU. Raja Bacon on the drive, stuffed going up, they're gonna give Johnson a foul. So Ayanna Johnson with their 3rd. So for her, that's now 12 fouls in the last 3 games. Again, such a vocal part of what this team does down low. Talented freshman, and Bacon cannot make the first of 2. 4th foul to Rowan, 3 for NJCU. Johnson leading all rebounders with 4 in this one. Bacon goes 1 for 2 at the line. So Johnson to Kennedy Brown. Brown off the pick of Johnson. It's out to Rowan, to Peters. Back to Johnson. To Marshall. To Kennedy Brown. 13 on the shot clock. Brown to Johnson. Looked like she traveled going up. Referee agrees. So now can NJCU put a run together? Raja Bacon has 7 points. Montalvo with 8. Maisha Bacon trying to control, cannot. And it's just these careless turnovers just really hurting NJCU. So that is their 18th turnover. 18 for both teams. Marshall out for Peters. Feeds underneath the Johnson. Great read by Neal. Outlets to Ordonez. Up ahead. Maraja Bacon tries to draw contact. Can't lay it home. Smart move, and she'll have 2 free throws upcoming. The Neptune, New Jersey product, as mentioned, of course, transferring in here from Kane University. First team all NJAC during her freshman season. The rookie of the year in the conference, 2015-2016. 20-point per game average all 3 years. Goes 1 for 1 here at the line. It's a perfect 2 for 2 back there in the first half. At 1,587 career points at Kane. Of course, Kane trying to break through, get in the NJAC tourney this year. Montclair State won it last year. Preseason favorite is TCNJ. The Rowan lost to by 9 in that last game. Beat Rutgers Camden, so they split. And a turnover by the Profs. So NJCU trying to wane down this 21-point deficit. Good team here. They're just unable to hit down open looks. As Marshall almost stole that inbound. Bizhub picks it up. Now going to drive. Hook shot. Too strong. Rebound by Johnson. Outlets to Brown. Got knocked away by Bacon. Maya Neal on the drive. Fall away. Draws contact. And she will have 2 free throws coming to her. Just 11 attempts in that first half for NJCU from the line. Now shooting 70.6. So this will be attempt 18 and 19 for him. And Neal makes the first of 2. Team just 2 for 7 at the line in the second half. Neal trying to get this under 20. Too strong. Bacon couldn't get the board. And Peters picks it up. Then a late foul by NJCU, their 4th. So 2 for 9 at the line here in the second half by NJCU. Just keep going to the line, though. Rowan trying to inbound. Both teams putting the pressure on each other. Criley, Johnson, Sidismo leads all scorers with 14. And Kennedy Brown with 3 fouls as Neal laying good as NJCU able to force another turnover, bringing it down. Peters sets it up to Kennedy Brown. Being watched by Neal. Hands to Grace Marshall for 3. Good. And Rowan needed that one. 6-3 knocked down by Rowan in this one. Up by 21. And a traveling violation on NJCU with 2:34 to go. So we'll go back over to Rowan as Doverglass will check in for Peters. Brown, Marshall, Rowan, and Johnson will stay in. And the 5 for the Profs. Trying to go to 3-4 overall. They're 2-2 on the road, 2-1 in conference play as Johnson draws contact, and the 4th foul to NJCU, and she'll go to the free throw line. So the Ewing, New Jersey product averaging 15.5 points per game against NJAC opponents. Her career high was 31 against Rutgers Camden. So Rowan knocks down another free throw up here by 22. So a free throw upcoming here. We're sorry, there's audio cut out. As Maraja Bacon here back to the line. So 2 free throws for her. Makes the first of 2. So Bacon now with 9, trying to get in double figures again. Cannot. Rebound by Marshall. Outlets for Brown. 2:18 to go. Sets up here in the front court. Outlets to Marshall for 3. That one rims out. Bizhub can't get the board, then thrown away to Maya Neal. Neal 1-on-3. Neal laying short. Picked up under the bucket by Bacon, and Pat Devaney get a call, a timeout. Try to settle things down. 1:57 to go. Rowan up 60-39. You're watching women's basketball NJAC doubleheader on NJCU Gothic Vision. So out of the NJCU timeout, Rowan 60, NJCU 39. As Rowan tries to snap a 2-game skid, your producer and director is Paul Tanaselli. I'm play-by-play man John Kelly Jr. Just a note before that last miss, Rowan was a perfect 7 for 7 from the field in this third quarter. They're now 7 for 8. And now Marshall trying to make it 8 of 9 for them. Outlets to Kennedy Brown. The pick of Johnson. Brown to Doverglass. Down low to Johnson. Can't handle. Basketball back over to the Gothic Knights. Was Rowan shot 48.5% in that first half. 44 in that first quarter as Bacon driving for the Gothic Knights. Nice job by Johnson to defend her. And then Neal able to pick the pocket of Marshall. Maya Neal, what a hustler. To Bacon. Raj out to Maya Neal. 1:15 to go. Raja Bacon will set things up. Montalvo, Bizhub, Maisha Bacon, Maya Neal in the 5 for NJCU. 10 to shoot. Maisha Bacon, 1:04 on the game clock. 8 to shoot. Out to Neal. Thought about teeing up a 3. To Bizhub. Fires from deep. Cannot connect. 55 seconds to go. Rowan trying to add to their 60-39 lead as Kennedy Brown, lazy with the basketball, knocked out by Maisha Bacon. It will stay with Rowan. 27-second shot clock, the game clock advantage. 25 on the shot clock, 51 seconds on the game clock. There's a cutting player who lays it down. So it's a miscommunication by NJCU. And able to be converted in by Rowan. 40 seconds to go. 62-39. Favor of the Profs. 33 seconds to go. Bacon from three. Short. Rebound by Johnson. Outlets with 28 seconds to go. Kennedy Brown 3-on-2 to Marshall. Finger roll. Good. 22 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Montalvo. Up ahead to Neal. 14 seconds to go. To Bacon. Spins away. Miraja. Extra feed to BizHub. Should have shot that. 9 seconds remain, and NJCU will have an inbound. So the key thing here is for them to set up a good play. Try to at least get 2. Get yourself within 23. Bacon out to Montalvo. 3-ball. Good. Exactly what was drawn up. So they're within now 22. 2 seconds to go. Rowan for one last shot. Brown. Can she get it off at the horn? No. So 3 are in the books. And Rowan 10 minutes away from taking this one on the road. It's Rowan 64, NJCU 42 on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision. So final 10 minutes of play here on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision. John Kelly Jr. alongside Paul Tanaselli. So Rowan finished that third quarter strong, but NJCU, after losing the tip, will get the first crack at it. Montalvo hit a 3 at the end of that third quarter, leading all scorers with 11. Out to Miraja Bacon, Maisha Bacon, Maya Neal, who has 3 steals in this one. BizHub in the 5 for NJCU, 10 to shoot. Raja Bacon, gotta let it go, does. Air ball. And that one picked up by Sidisma. Both her and Grace Marshall, who connected, leading all scorers with 14 points apiece. Sidisma trying to go down low to Johnson, finds her, then outlets. 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron, long rebound. Picked up Maisha Bacon, puts on the accelerator. Lay-in. Good. Good hustle by Maisha Bacon. In the fourth quarter, NJCU has struggled. Want to be stronger, they're outscored 81-47 coming into this one. 9:03 to go, they're down by 20. Underneath, and Ayanna Johnson gets it to roll down. So Ayanna Johnson with her 6th point, as she has 8 rebounds, leading all rebounders. Now set up by Maisha Bacon. 8:40 to go to Maya Neal. Miraja Bacon, 10 points for her in this one. On the drive, stuffed going up by Johnson. Now Criley gets the outlet. splits a pair, taken away by Montalvo, and out of play it will stay with Rowan. Rowan here in the 59th meeting, trying to win 7 straight over NJCU. Team last year that fell in the semis, the conference champion Montclair State, 16-10 last year. Trying to snap a 2-game skid as Sidisma could have knocked that one home. Maya Neal coming back. Trying to look over, went off of a leg of a prof, and it will stay with NJCU. So an inbound now for Montalvo. Led all scores after the first half with 8. Good to see Justina get into her action, and of course that will help out Miraja Bacon. Start getting a couple women here to get in double figures. You're going to have a tough team here in Jersey City as Bacon puts it down. So 12 points for Miraja Bacon. Gothic Knights with 6 different scores in this one, and lazy defense. Ayana Johnson just lays it right back up as NJCU using an aggressive defense. Rowan has not backed off. Miraja Bacon, one-on-one, laying off the mark. Knocked to Bacon, taps it out. No, they're going to say she was over. So we'll go back to the profs with 7:40 to go. So Zaina Taylor-Gaston will come in. 3 points for her in this one. Bizhub will come off. Bizhub, a good 3-point shooter. 6 points in this one. As Taylor-Gaston, Neal, Miraja and Maisha Bacon, and Montalvo in the 5 for NJCU. Miraja with a nice steal. Looks to her sister Maisha Bacon. Fade away. Count it in the foul, baby! That's what defense can do with this team. And a big 3-point play upcoming for NJCU. 5th steal for Miraja Bacon. 11 in this game for NJCU. They have forced 25 turnovers by Rowan. And Maisha, now 9 points for her. So 1 away from 3 double-figure scorers. Rowan with 2 in double figures. It's Marshall and Sidisma, both on the middle and the left side of the court in your screen. Criley underneath the Johnson. And able to lay it home, just jump steps and gets around 2 players. And now Rowan with 70 points. 4 away from their average of 74 per game, 2nd in the conference. Maisha Bacon to Montalvo. Fires for 3. Off the mark. Big rebound by Miraja Bacon, but they're going to say she was over the back. So Bacon with the foul. So now she has 3. Taylor-Gaston with actually Bacon, Miraja Bacon with 4. 1 more, she's out. 3 for Bizhub, 4 for Ordonez, 3 for Neal, 3 for Taylor-Gaston. So NJCU has to be careful. And if you're Bacon, can't play too aggressively. Criley to a cutting Marshall. Out to Criley. Rowan trying to waste some clock. And Tello played over 20 games last year. Contact as that pass went inside. So 2nd foul NJCU. Bizhub going to come back in for Montalvo. Good player to have in. Christine can really fire that 3. Also able to play small forward. Started first 5 games of 2015, 2016, of course, knocked out last year during the season. Good to have her back. Neal feeds Bacon, and that goes down. Every shot, if NJCU forces a turnover, matters in this one. Sidisma pushing ahead. Criley. Sidisma. Tello with it. Every stop matters as Bacon with a big-time steal. Miraja draws contact. Lay-in. Cannot go in the foul. So Bacon tight-roping it here, playing with house money with 4 fouls, playing aggressive, trying to force that turnover. Does and gets 2 free throws with it. Bacon shooting 60% from the line this evening, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, with 14 points. It's been a tough evening for her. Tough afternoon, that is, just 4 for 21 from the field. But she's a scorer. It doesn't matter what happens. As she knocks down the first of 2 free throws, so now 7 for 11 from the line. So Bacon, as Montalvo will check in. Good. So the Rowan lead was up in 20 plus. Largest lead for them was 25. It's down to 17. NJCU just has to get a stop. They do. Excellent there by Pat Devaney. Now they need to come up. Still plenty of time. Just get a 2. That's all you need. As Maya Neal, Montalvo, Maraja, Maisha Bacon, and Bizhub in the 5. Taylor Gaston will not check in. Maisha Bacon driving, lefty shot, too strong. As Tello with a big board. Rowan trying to fire ahead. Nice read by Maraja Bacon. Bacon pushing ahead. Into the front court on the drive. Lay in. Good! And what was a lead of 25 down to just 15. And another throwaway. Maisha Bacon up ahead. Off of Tello that touched Maraja Bacon. Referee said no. So the 25-point lead for Rowan cut down to 15. As Kennedy Brown will come in. So she'll join Sidisma, Johnson, Rowan, Tello in the 5, and head coach Devaney going to talk it over with his women. So they were down by 25, but they have a shot of life, 5:25 to go, and they're down by 15. Stay with us, a good one. And then Jack play on NJCU Gothic Vision. So out of the timeout by NJCU, we mentioned earlier, not as strong in the fourth quarter, being outscored 81-47 coming in. They have 13 of the 19 fourth quarter points. They have taken a 25-point deficit. They got it down to 15. Maraja Bacon, Montalvo, Maisha Bacon, Neal, and Bizhub in the 5. Maisha Bacon, nice job to motor through some wanting hands. Bizhub. Across the Bacon, turned it over, then Bizhub gets it back to Bacon. Maraja driving, has to be careful, hook shot. Off the mark, and Johnson with the board. Bacon cannot go too hard with 4 fouls, 1 more she's out. And lets Brown enter the front court. Gets off of her, 4:55 to go. NJCU outscoring Rowan 13-6 in this fourth quarter. Sidisma turns around to Johnson. Out to Brown, 7 to shoot down to Johnson. Stuff going up by Bizhub. Reverses, cannot get it to go. Knocked around, and a whistle. And a foul against NJCU, so that will be their 3rd of the second half, and that one the 3rd on Montalvo. So Montalvo, 3 for 6 from 3, 11 points for Jacina. Well, third Maraja Bacon in double figures. Sidisma driving and connects. Check that. Sidisma with 16 points, and now she leads all scores. Grace Marshall with 14. Rowan, Sithisma, Tello, Brown, and Johnson in the 5 as Bacon long on that 3. Tello with a big-time board. Outlets to Kennedy Brown, pushing on ahead. Lay-in is good. So Rowan now back up by 19, led by as much as 25. Shot clock. So now you're trying to come back like this. Rebounding important. Making sure you're not fouling also important as Johnson. And she'll be over the back on that one. So Ayanna Johnson, that should be her 4th foul. So 13 in 3 games. Such a key factor. She'll get better and will know to box out and not go for the reach, try to use her size. Sometimes that goes against you. So she's the top rebounder and very important defensively. So she's off the floor. NJCU opportunities here to expose this team inside, and they threw it away. $30 turnovers for Rowan, 21 for NJCU, 51 combined turnovers in this one. Make it 52, Rowan's 31st as Montalvo and Maisha Bacon to come in. And Neal is up limping. Maya, excellent evening, so her and Ordonez will come off. Bizza, Miraja Bacon, and Taylor Gaston in the 5 for NJCU. Montalvo, ahead to Taylor Gaston, driving, lay-in, off the mark, and she'll go to the free throw line. NJCU shooting 17 of 24 from the free throw line. And 5th foul for Sudisma. So she leads all scores with 16, but now you have her out. You have Ayanna Johnson out with 4 fouls. So for NJCU, they can get some stops. That tough inside that Rowan presents with the size. One's out, and Ayanna Johnson probably going to be off for the rest of this 4th quarter. Chance to expose, get easy lay-ins if you try to come back. So Taylor Gaston making the 1st of 2. NJCU just had 6 free throw attempts in that first half, 19 in this one. 12 of 19 in the second half, being 4 of 6 in the first half. And Taylor Gaston short on the second. So Rowan leading, and then a 3-point play as NJCU getting a steal. Couldn't see it as the referee and head coach Devaney in my face. Sorry for that delay. So Miraja Bacon making ends meet here of this Rowan squad, and a 3-point play opportunity as Ordonez will check back in for Taylor Gaston. And good job here by Bacon too. Think about it, Miraja with 4 fouls and able to get a big 3-point play. 18 points, check that for her. She has tonight 8 steals. Big importance here for NJCU. And of course with Sidisma and Ayanna Johnson, leader coming in with 54 for Rowan on the bench. Chance for NJCU to come back. Got to be careful though. 5 fouls for Rowan. NJCU has a couple to give so they can stop the clock. 10 to shoot. Got to get a stop. Tello lost control. Over 30 turnovers by Rowan this evening. Maisha Bacon going to drive on Brown. Lay-in. Too strong. And Johnson with a big defensive board. Ayanna Johnson so big on the glass this evening as she now has 14 rebounds, leading all rebounders in this one. Her 3rd double-digit rebound performance. So NJCU getting the 4th foul. And Maisha Bacon getting her 3rd foul of this one. Grace Marshall comes in. Samantha Tello comes out. 11 defensive boards for Ayanna Johnson. She's still in. Marshall, 2nd with 14 points. Kennedy Brown, Dominique Peters. And Rowan in the 5 for Rowan. Olivia Rowan out to Kennedy Brown. 14 to shoot. Johnson gets it and scores. Ayanna Johnson with 10 points and now a double-double for the freshman from Ewing, New Jersey. 24 rebounds, her career high against Rutgers Camden. And a big bucket. NJCU at 13 of the first 19 points in this fourth quarter. Got close. Rowan has settled in. However, their leading scorer in this one, Caitlin Sithisma, is out with 16 points after 5 fouls. Ayanna Johnson with 4 fouls. She has 10 points, 14 rebounds, so a double-double for her. 17-point lead for Rowan, led by as much as 25. 3 is off the mark. Rebound by Ordonez. Can NJCU turn one around? Timeout here by Pat Devaney. Let's see what he has left as 1:37 to go. Well, if you have something to take here from NJCU, despite the fact that they're winless, this defense is very tough and a very opportunistic defense. They forced 33 turnovers this evening. Of course, 22 for them, but at the same time, it's really in the paint. Outscored 46-26. Able to get 23 fast break points. This team, the way they play defensively, if they could knock down and limit the turnovers, knock down open looks, this could have been a lot closer than what the score was, and a lot for Pat Devaney to work on as Montalvo and Miraja Bacon start to really settle in with this lineup this year. Watch out for what NJCU can do as a timeout. And actually, you have a quick timeout, so a wholesale of subs going to come in. So Rowan going to bring in the bench here. Jessica Beck from Glassboro, New Jersey. Same area as Corey Clement, the all-time New Jersey high school running back rushing leader, and of course Super Bowl champion of Eagles. Dover Glass, Tello. And Nicole Byrne from Brick, New Jersey in the 5. As Biz Hub with Dover Glass on a run for it, and foul on Dover Glass. So Rowan going to win here 76-59. So tough loss here at home. Number 7 Amherst will be in here tomorrow to take on the NJCU women. And then they will go on the road to last year's conference champ Montclair State on Wednesday. And Saturday we'll take on Rutgers Newark here at home. So some tough battles coming up here for Pat Devaney's young team as Biz Hub makes the first of 2. So Rowan's going to snap a 2-game skid, go to 2-1 in the NJAC, and get their second road win of the year. Montclair State, Rutgers Newark, TCNJ all 2-0 coming into conference play this week. Montclair State 5-1 on a 4-game winning streak. So Biz Hub going to limp it off. And good effort this evening by Christine Biz Hub. So she will limp on off. Of course, Montclair State. Of course, Katie Syrie, Taylor Harmon, Katie Toby gone. So what will happen? Well, no problem there for Montclair State to an undefeated conference record as Dover Glass knocks it down. Of course, Dominique Wersing really strong there on the guard area for Montclair State. Wersing, of course, that will be the road matchup coming up after Amherst on Sunday for NJCU. So 103 remains. Aisha Bacon draws contact, and that floater off the mark. Of course, William Patterson, who defeated NJCU in the last game, of course, won the ECAC title. So their top 3 scorers came back. Julie Rovito, Ashley Costello, CC Green. NJAC very loaded this year. When you have that committee looking for the NCAA tournament. And even at the bottom of the conference, Stockton trying to make some noise, Kane as well. So Aisha Bacon with 58 seconds to go. Misses both free throws, and the rebound by Tello. 54 seconds to go, draws contact, so Tello to the line as both teams over the foul limit. Don't go away. We'll have the stream still up. Men's basketball coming up at 3 p.m. Sam Toney, who got his 1,000th career point, 27th player in school history to do that, will be coming up against Rowan as course, NJCU, the men, out to a really good start this year. Beat one of the conference preseason favorites, Farmingdale State. Fell by just 2 points early in the year to Stevens, who was ranked as high as 16th in the D3 basketball poll. So they'll be coming up in conference play against Rowan, trying to avenge a loss. 45 seconds to go. Maisha Bacon across to Montalvo on the drive, pulls up, short. Good job by Maisha Bacon to trail down the rebound, then threw it away with 34 to go. Dover Glass with it. 4-second shot clock, the game clock advantage. And if you are head coach Gabby Laselli, you just want to run the clock down as that three off the mark. Dover Glass floater on that rebound, no good. And Tello could not keep it alive, so we'll go over here to NJCU. Final possession for him, 17.8 seconds to go. So Maisha Bacon, 11 seconds to go. So Rowan will get the victory. Note there, Sam Toney, 29th player in school history here at NJCU to get 1,000 points, and he'll be taking on Rowan. And the DePersia brothers next is Montalvo off the mark at the horn. So NJCU gonna have to wait till tomorrow, try to get win number 1 of the year, as Rowan ends their 2-game skid and defeats them here 79-60 at this one in NJAC play. So we'll step aside. Men's basketball coming up at 3 p.m. against Rowan, as the women basketball team of Rowan goes to 3-4 overall, 2-1 in the NJAC, and they defeat NJCU here in their home opener, 79-60. Stay with us here on NJCU Gothic Knights Vision. We'll be in your screen in a little bit at 3 p.m. for men's basketball.